Hey, what's up? Welcome, the designated driver. I am Marcus D. Wiley. Want to say thank you. Appreciate it. I have enjoyed the love that you've shown. All your uploads, downloads, and whatever load you do. I'm just glad that you do it with your boy. Listen, I got my folk back. We had such a fantastic show the last time they were here. Had to bring them back to do it one more time. Let me start with my girl, Alexis Jones, known as Alexis Fly. What it is.
Hey, y'all. Hey. I'm so glad to be back. Thank you, Wiley. I guess I was good enough to be voted back on the team. Look here. I'm just excited to be here once again. That's all I got.
Well, you said you wanted to be a fan favorite like Bishop. So look here.
I made the team.
Come on, you back. You back. You got the call back.
Yes, sir.
Bishop, back up.
Yes, sir.
My girl, what's happening? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm over here thinking.
You thinking?
Yeah.
You thinking what's about to take place?
Yeah, Lord.
Because we gonna get into it today.
It's gonna be good today.
Then my main man, Anthony
What up?
AV, what's
Man,
good?
glad to be back, man. Thank you for letting me roll with you.
Rep.
Two fellas, two ladies. This is gonna be a nice ride.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Rep, the last episode, man, when y'all were here, boy, you gave us some gems. I feel like I should have gave your love off.
Yeah, Rep.
for real.
You kicked me to the curb, Rep.
I feel like I should have gave your love off.
Give me a little something.
But nevertheless,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes you just gotta sow.
I
And
know
that's what
your
you're
spirit
doing right now.
I know your spirit,
You're
Rep.
so- Well, look here. Let's get into first thing first.
First things first.
So listen, I want to know. Watch this, and I know some of you maybe have to go far back. Some of you may just go to last week. But I want to know. I want to know the first time you got your heart broke. First time you got your heart broke. I'm trying to discern who ready to go first. I'm trying to discern. Let me see.
Get one of them ladies, Rep. Start one of them ladies.
Start with the ladies.
Yeah.
Let me start with. Come on, Alexis.
Ooh, well, I knew you was gonna pick me. A for
Because
the
Bishop
beginning
over
of the
there looking,
alphabet.
she's over there wondering.
B for Bishop.
She like the Israelites right now. Just
Oh my
wondering.
goodness.
Like Betty Wright
What
said,
is-
some of y'all gotta go way back.
way back.
I know. I'm trying to think.
First time your heart got broke. Give it to me.
Bro, Wiley. I wrote a whole book on it. Y'all go look it up on Amazon. It's called Super Singles Activate. Testimonies that uplift and inspired the single woman.
Come on now.
First one that like really cut me to the core was actually my best friend who is no longer with us. God rest his soul. So former best friend, but met him in high school. At about 18, we were on an HBCU tour. Touring all the black colleges, trying to figure out which one we want to go to. And you know how we talked about Bojangles? He was like the Bojangles on the bus, and all the girls like him. You know, he kind of remind me of you. You know, he cutting all the jokes. You know, all that kind of
You
stuff.
calling me a Bojangle
Bojangle
with my wife?
Nah, Miss Erica. I'm talking about in terms of being real funny.
I
So
got
he
you.
was
I
in
got
that
you.
made all the girls laugh. So
I
while
got
he
you.
was doing that in the front of the bus, I'm looking out the window like this.
Oh, wow.
Like, I wasn't interested. You know what I'm saying? So he caught out of that. He was like, I'm gonna get her because she the only one that's not laughing at my jokes, that's not talking to me, that's not coming after me, right?
Yeah.
So long story short, I would never forget, we were getting off the bus and we were signing yearbooks or whatever. And so he came up to sign mine. I'm like, I do not want you to sign my book. So I let him sign and I just signed his to be nice.
Yeah.
Put our phone numbers in it. That's what you did in high school.
Right.
So anyway,
Right. Yep.
he called me one day. We ended up talking, and from there we became best friends. Like I didn't never think I was gonna ever like the man, you know.
Yeah.
And so when we got to college, shout out to CAU, we ended up actually dating, and so that changed
love
the
it.
trajectory of our relationship
I
because it
bet
went
it
from
did.
best friends.
Trajectory.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Yeah. I will say on this podcast, he was my first. Go tell my business. Yeah.
All right. Let it
Go tell my
out.
business. Let it
He
out.
was your first thing first.
He was my first.
That boy was first.
He was your first segment.
Grand open, grand
Oh,
closing.
help us, Lord. You know, I was still saved, but I was out here sinning, okay?
Yeah, let your light shine.
But the reason why he was is because he did ask me to marry him without a ring. You know, he a college student.
Yeah.
He ain't got no ring. But
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I was
Good guy.
excited to be asked. Needless to say, I was not ready for marriage, so we didn't even get that far. But through college, we dated through college, and then one summer came back home to Houston. He was living in Beaumont, going to Lamar. Went to visit him. Everything was cool. I get back to college, back to Clark. I get a phone call maybe some weeks later. We had got into it, so we hadn't been talking because we got in a fight down there during the summertime. So I came back, hadn't talked to him maybe in a month or two or something. All of a sudden, I get a random call from his mama, and I'm like, "Oh, she checking on me? Okay, cool." And she go, "I was just calling to let you know that D is engaged."
Ooh.
Ooh, that's juicy.
His mama called her?
His mama, not him.
Yeah.
His mom.
Y'all
And
had a good relationship,
we had a
huh?
very good relationship.
Too
we were
good.
very, very close.
Yeah.
Because I was her choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she felt like she needed to tell me. Because I guess she asked him to tell me, and he wasn't willing to do it. And it was like, well, hold on, I was just with you like in the same time. I'm still
He
confused. So,
quite got around to it.
yeah, like he, you know.
Jangle spirit.
Hey, Alexis, he was busy.
Apparently so. Busy
He was
while I was
busy.
there too. And he met the girl where? In the church house. Hello. He did. So anyway, and she's great, you know, if she ever gets with it.
He
It's,
took the scripture, two are better than one. Right?
yeah. So y'all crazy. So needless to say, I was heartbroken when I literally like dropped the phone. Like I couldn't believe it. It took me some time to hit him
some
up.
time to get-
you know, first of all to digest it and to hit him up to be like, why you ain't tell me? And so my heart was absolutely broken. I really didn't date anybody after that happened through college. Bishop, no, she was trying to get me out on the scene. I wasn't talking about it.
Oh, she's trying to get you to the club.
It messed me up because I thought he was my soulmate. You can tell me. He knew everything about me. I knew everything about him. He knew my secrets. There was one thing he said to me too that stuck with me, and it took me years to get over. And this is why you have to be careful what you say to people. He told me in a fight one time that I was damaged goods.
Wow.
It became my motivation to writing my book because it helped me on a path to healing and to know that I could be loved by other people other than him. You know what I'm saying? Which I did. I eventually got married. It ain't work out either, but y'all pray.
It's all right,
But you know,
it's all right. Both
at the
hands
end of
out
the day,
there. He out there.
She been through the storm and rain.
Been through the storm and
Been
rain.
through the storm and rain. But what I didn't know is that it was a setup for my ministry to women, to single women. And God allowed me to bring 60 women together to share their stories of healing through the book I mentioned before, and on a journey to finding my husband, now ex-husband, who I now have a beautiful son with now. And so had I not gone through those experiences, I wouldn't have understanding my worth, and I wouldn't have been able to minister to other women to know that they can be healed from a broken heart, that God can put the pieces back together, and realizing who my first love, and that was Christ. And that after that, I was on Jesus, man.
Come
Real
on.
talk.
She got my hand. She got my hand lifted. You see my hand go up. You see my hand go
Some
up.
moved in here.
Come on.
Yeah.
It in the atmosphere.
Bishop.
shifted.
Come on, Bishop.
First time you got your heart broke.
Dig it out of there, Bishop.
Okay,
Come on.
let me tell y'all something. Maybe I'm cold-hearted, Reverend.
Yeah.
Oh, you got an ice box where your heart
Maybe
used to be. My God.
So cold. It's so cold. It's so cold.
Because, and now as you ask me that question, I've really been thinking like I've come through all of my relationships. Nobody ever got me to the point where I felt brokenhearted.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
I ain't gonna call no name. Dude I dated in college, amen, that boy. We was best friends too. But he broke up with me because I was gonna be Miss CAU. So for me, that was stupid.
Right.
So I was like, okay, you know, and we was friends, so I didn't get that. And then like even the guy I was engaged to, him had been together all the time, you know what I'm saying? all the time. And then he go back to the FAMU, you know what I'm saying? Then I can't hear from him, and then he talking about get on the bus to come see. Brother, my daddy ain't never sent me on no bus. I come see you on no bus.
Come on.
Bow.
Come on. We was on a budget. Grab that bus.
No, keep
Come
it
on,
moving.
Get on the Greyhound.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
Come
not.
on.
'Cause it'd be different if you was destitute. Your family got bread. No. Then you know, run up to, and even with my ex-husband, I think they brought it to my attention. I think my mind was already gone before before he actually was gone. So by the time it happened, I literally, if I had to say maybe that one, because I cried literally one day. After I cried that one day, I was back in the saddle. Like, what we doing? What's next? So I don't know if that make me cold-hearted or I haven't opened myself up.
It definitely, I believe, makes you cold. I ain't gonna say cold-hearted, but
I don't know.
yeah, maybe it's just a little tad
Maybe
bit.
because I just don't.
The
And maybe
freezer
that's
is on.
and maybe that's a defense mechanism for me that I don't even let folks
Get close.
Get that close.
It is.
get
it
me
is.
like that.
Get
So
you
I
like
don't
that,
know.
yeah.
This is therapy. I told y'all this is group therapy here. Designated
Let it out.
driver. Like,
AV, first
Yeah.
time you got your
Man.
heart broke.
Yeah, this chick named Keisha. I dated a few of them.
Hey, Keisha girl.
So they would never know who I'm talking about unless they know the story. That's the only way.
I dated a
But
few of
listen, it was the best 4 months of my life. When Keisha was fine, look here, I met her at a game. I ain't meet her at church. Met her at a game.
Met at a game.
Put a little line on her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I had my number taped to a Coke can, Rep.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I think I had to
So
take
have
her
a Coke and a smile.
'cause she was
And call me later.
She was a little further down, so I was trying to send a message. So send this can down.
Wow,
to her.
that's cute.
Yeah, so I was trying something different.
You so creative.
And what got me about her, she was fine, pretty, everything. We gelled right off the top. Her mama said to me one day, "Hey, you and my daughter have fun. Only got one rule: don't get her pregnant." I said, "Woo! I never heard those words before." I said, like that was a license to sin.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. And the mama said, on the way to the club, just don't get my daughter
Yeah,
pregnant.
don't have sex. Not don't have sex. Just don't get her pregnant. No problem, mama.
No problem.
Gotcha.
And that's how I felt. I said, hey, this is a license for
my
freedom.
God.
Yes.
But it was a cold 4 months because I didn't have closure.
Wow.
Like it was just, back in them days, it just ended
it just
and you
ended.
didn't get no answer.
Yeah.
Fast forward a couple of years later, I messed up because she wanted to come back. And I hadn't got her out of my system.
Yeah.
So when she wanted to come back, well, I was between two decisions.
Yeah.
I was dating somebody else, but I still wanted her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my dumb butt let her come to the house, and unbeknownst to me, I got a passion mark on my neck.
Oh, back when they was putting passion marks on. That's how you mark your territory. Yeah.
So I'm excited because Keisha's back.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And Keisha sat down on that couch. We watching the sitcom, and Keisha say, "What is that on your neck? Did something bite me?" She got on that phone, called her mama, said, "Come back and get me." That was the last time I saw her. No closure.
Wow.
But man, I was hurt, and I thank God. Excuse the expression. I thank God for the Negroes I grew up with.
Yeah.
Because them boys in South Vegas was like, "You gonna get over this? You ain't gonna sit in this."
Yeah. They let you sit in it.
Yeah,
They
they
did.
let you sit in.
They didn't.
Yeah.
So it helped. The heart was hurt, but I was still
keep
looking.
moving,
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought that one up, V. First time I got my heart broken.
Yeah.
Watch this, ladies. 8th grade. And I don't mind naming names. This is Lakeisha as well.
Yeah, I'm Keisha.
Her name is
Keisha.
Keisha.
Yeah.
Lakeisha Pellery.
Okay, my whole
Put her whole name out there.
Yeah, I heard about her.
And back in the day,
Tell it, Reverend.
watch this here, Reverend. Back in the day, when you would be on the phone all night with the girl. And so I asked her to go with me
Go with you.
at night
Yeah.
on the phone.
Yeah, that's how we did it.
She
Yeah.
says yes.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, I got this Lakeisha
Yeah.
Pellerin. Oh, these boys gonna be
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
These boys, you talking about stunting.
Yes,
When you
sir.
go, oh, you wait. Get to school the next morning. That's when boys I had a little rope.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on,
Yes,
Rob.
sir.
Took my rope off
That herringbone,
my
baby.
neck, put it around my gal, because she's my girl. Put it around my girl neck. Put the rope around Keisha's neck. She took her stuff out of her locker, put it in my locker.
Shared
'Cause see,
locker,
back
baby.
in the day, you was married
Yes, sir.
when you shared lockers.
Yes, sir.
Because you're locked
Yeah, you was married, and so now we sharing the lockers. And first period, boom. Go to second period, boom. Third period, I say at the locker, "Hey, I see you at lunch." Get to fourth period, the girl comes and say, "I can't do this no more."
What?
What?
I said, "You can't do this no more. We ain't started yet. We ain't got the lunch yet. I ain't got a chance to walk into the cab and start yet."
What
The girl
happened?
took the rope from around her neck, put it back on mine, got her book, and when I tell you, that told me up. She said she can't do it no more. Like I was beating her. We ain't been
We just
together
started.
yet. We just started.
Let me
We
buy your fruit
only
punch.
just
A
begun.
fruit punch at least.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
She had another boyfriend?
Somebody probably got me. Somebody beat. Somebody done backdoored me.
She was-
That's how this world works.
Yeah, it was cold.
This the one I want to tell y'all. So when I was in college, I was just dating. I really never had a girlfriend. My wife, and people hear me say this all the time, she really my first girlfriend. Like I ain't had no girlfriends. I was just having good times.
Yeah.
And
My
so,
Lord.
but I was having these good times because I actually thought that this chick that I was interested in, she went to another university.
Yeah.
And so I was just kind of waiting. I graduated and she graduated, and then we kind of see, what it hit for.
Yeah.
And so what ended up happening was, but we was always going out when she was in town. We always have a great time. So one of my boys who went to the same school she went to, he gonna come and tell me, "Say, man, you ain't still messing with such and such, huh?"
Yeah, buddy.
I was like, no. we still hang out. He was like, but that ain't your girl though.
Right. Get clarity.
And I was like,
Yeah, he about to drop.
no. He was like, oh, good.
Yeah.
And when he said it, I didn't want to ask why.
Yeah.
But something would not let me hold my peace.
Yes,
Right there,
sir.
don't hold it.
And so
I need
I asked
answers.
him, I said, why? And he commenced to telling me, oh, it's a football player down there.
Yeah.
And he was just describing it in the worst
Yes,
way.
sir.
In the worst
He just down there beating the sleeves off. He just,
You wanted to hit.
so you're breaking them. I mean,
Yeah.
God said, I'm
Yeah.
talking about it seemed like a little midget was in my body with little knives just
Yes, sir.
stabbing my heart.
Yeah.
And I just because my point is, she didn't break my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
broke
did.
your heart. Yeah.
But it was about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did.
Yeah. I've
So-
been guilty of that.
You
I'm
been-
telling people, because you felt like that's your partner.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to leave him out there, but you knew you was breaking his heart. So it's like I'm gonna give you the raw, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of it because I don't want you breaking down, crying in front of me because I'm gonna slap
that's too
you if you
much.
break down. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's good to know that men have emotions like that because
Yeah.
girls, we know that we do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, we don't really know. Y'all kind of
Man.
act like I ain't even tripping about her anyway.
Yeah.
So
We gotta be tough.
Yeah, well, we gon' front.
Yeah, we gotta be tough.
But I remember listening to the Quiet Storm
Yeah.
for a few days
Yes,
and just
sir.
wouldn't go play ball with my boys. I was just,
Yeah.
I was just,
Stuck.
I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
yeah.
It
So
makes me sad.
Yeah. We gonna give you 3. We gonna give you 3 days to mourn.
she had experienced it. That's
She
why
had experience.
It
Yeah.
makes me sad.
well,
Yeah.
Bishop, you have an ice box.
I see.
Where
but
your
no.
heart used to
maybe
be.
now no
Hopefully you
shade,
never
sis, but
will.
maybe she the heartbreaker. Maybe she
Yeah.
the
Oh,
heartbreaker.
maybe she the one. Maybe she one out
either
there
that or
breaking
she
hearts.
just a guard. Like
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll take the guard
the guard.
for $100. I'll take the guard.
You never know though. You might have broke somebody's heart and don't know it.
I haven't not tried to. I wouldn't try.
Oh no, that ain't you. That ain't
Well,
you.
listen, let's get into it, man. Today's episode, I believe, is gonna be a banger.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a banger. I want to jump right into putting it in gear because I think these things we're getting ready to talk about, whether you for it, you against it, or you neutral on it, and I'm sure we're gonna park on every last one of these.
Okay.
All right. Want to start off first with, can men and women be friends? Now, let me explain this before you go, because I want you to understand the type of friend I'm talking about. When I'm saying can men and women be friends, I'm talking about, can a man and a woman hang out together, talk on the phone all the time, include each other on everything the way I would do with my friends.
Right.
I'm talking about with my male friends.
True.
With my boys. Hey, the game, let's go watch the game together.
Right.
So that's I ain't talking about co-worker, just somebody, an associate. I'm talking about, can men and women be friends on that type of level?
Right.
Let me start with V. Can men and women be friends?
Is this thing on?
It's on.
Listen, I have two close female friends that I've had since the high school days.
Okay.
So for me to sit up here and say no,
Okay.
I'd be hypocritical because these two have been a part of. One of them was in the room, and when my dad died,
Right.
was in the room when my dad died to the last moment.
Right.
So for me, and I think it has to be a healthy relationship. Has to have boundaries,
Right.
and I think it shouldn't be hidden.
Okay.
So everybody that I've dated has known about these friends.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that there's no hidden, and my friends know about them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because these are the people, because I grew up with 4 brothers, and I have stepsisters now, but the majority of my teens were with my brothers.
Right.
So I didn't have a girl to go bounce stuff off of.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't have a girl to go get a female's perspective from. Outside of my mom was gonna give me that adult. I needed somebody y'all age who could tell
Yeah.
me how to deal
Yeah.
with somebody in your age bracket.
Yeah.
So we were able to bounce stuff off of each other, and we've been close friends. So for me, because it's healthy, because it's boundaries, it worked.
Right.
Okay.
Now, will it work
Okay.
for everybody? Each his own. I know they don't like that.
Bishop.
That's
I'm
different.
mad.
Bishop.
It's different.
Bishop. No, but watch this. I'm gonna put a pin in it because I have some things to ask you about yours.
Yeah.
I know what you want
I
to
have some things to ask you, but let me go on. Let
Yes,
me
sir.
go on because we definitely parking on this one.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bishop. Can men and women be friends? Are you for it? Are you reverse? Or you neutral on it?
I'm actually for it.
Okay.
I would love to have a male best friend. I used to have one, and then we dated, and that went to Hades. But what I will say, like AV said, I miss the ability to be able to bounce things off of him. It's not pretentious. I don't think that you want me, like I can talk to you whatever, and you can vice versa get that information from me, and I can sit in here with you and your girlfriend and y'all boot up and it ain't nothing, and we just all in here hanging, or vice versa. I miss that. I'm learning at this level in my life, men are not interested in being my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They're not. Like,
And why would you say that?
I desire a male friend, but dudes, because they don't. One dude was like, "Oh, you not getting rid of friend zone me?
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to be friend zoned it."
We will talk about that later.
Yeah,
But
like I'm not, and I get that a lot, and I'm like, but I'm a dope friend, so like I don't really get like why you don't want to be my friend, because to me, in that situation, like my friends got a little bit more access than somebody I'm just talking to, so it's probably better in your interest to be my friend.
Yeah.
To who? To you? Or because definitely not.
That to them, it's not a good thing. So men don't want to be.
Well,
friends.
Hold on, because we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I don't want to go. Come talk to me, Lexus Fly.
What's that song? We
I don't want no part of that.
can't be friends. No, I can't sing. But look here,
Now, was that from past relationships? Because
I'm gonna get into it. Av, this is okay. I'm not saying it's not possible,
Right.
but I'm
With
saying
God,
I
all
don't
things.
trust it.
Ooh.
Possible.
Yes.
Not saying it's not possible.
Yeah.
I say I just don't trust it.
Don't trust it.
This is the reason why, because what I discovered, and I'll say this, if both of you are attractive, that ain't gonna work. And what I mean by that is if you're both attractive and single, let me say that it's something to me if you're around each other
Even
that
when you
much
ain't
and you talk that much, something, you opening a door for something, or a portal
Somebody
for
like somebody.
And it might not be you, but it might be the other person catching
for sure,
feelings.
for sure.
You know, and that's what I've experienced in my past, so that's kind of why I be like, I don't know. Now, can people have platonic relationships? Absolutely, but I mean, it really got to be like, I don't think you look good. I just,
Not
you know what I'm
attracted
saying?
to you.
And like she said, what I've learned, or what we've learned, and we talked about this on Thirst Trap Thursday, like dudes don't want to be our friends. Like we legitimately want to be like, oh, you cool. We hit them with the bro, and they be hitting us with the no.
No.
So,
No, they don't want the bro.
you know, and
They don't want.
and so that's why I say I don't trust it. I just, not to that closeness. Not if we're talking about, oh, I'm talking every day, or we like that. Like I don't know. And I did, like her, I had a best friend.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening? We ended up crossing that line.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So me, I'm kind of like park it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna park right here.
Uh-huh.
Because watch this. I don't believe men and women can be friends.
I'm with you.
Period.
I don't believe
I don't
it.
believe it either.
Now, V, I want to piggyback.
Talk, come
you
on
had
back.
two girls,
To
best
this
friends,
day. To this day.
since high school.
Right.
Now, I want to know, was there ever an interest on either side?
Yeah, one from me, because one grew up around the corner from me.
Okay.
So we were probably in middle school. I said high school, but it was actually back in middle school. So there was an interest in, but when we discovered that wasn't gonna work, we just all of a sudden it wasn't something that I set out to be like, I want to
Right.
be your
Yeah, you didn't
your
plan
close
it.
friend.
Yeah.
And we just blossomed into that. We just growed into that.
For sure.
You know, and the other one, we've just been cool.
Okay.
It's just always been that. They're not ugly.
No, you're right.
By no means.
I got you.
Yeah, but it was just that we vibe that way.
Yeah, I don't got no
for some
ugly
strange
friends.
reason. Now, I was taught, trust me, I was taught by probably every pastor I had who said that they didn't believe in men and women being friends because a man would metamorphose to what he thought that woman was missing.
Yeah.
I
because
agree.
that was a method we would use in school to try to get close to you.
Yes.
Is I sit on the phone and listen to
And
you.
listen to you.
Every story
All
you're
that
telling me.
all that
and what you
complaining and
like.
whining.
Yeah,
So
because
I
we were
can know
going-
what not to do.
We were going to transform into what you were missing.
Absolutely.
So,
To me, it takes one vulnerable moment. So when you talking to that person all the time, ooh, I'm going through, and ooh, he going through.
We would study
and
you.
Man, it takes one vulnerable moment, and
Yeah.
it,
What you
it
mean
messes
by
it up.
why?
Because he like you.
Well, because he like you. So here's my thing. The reason why I don't think men and women can be friends is just what you just said. The only way they can be friends is based off of something happened.
Yeah.
Let me show you what I mean.
Okay.
I liked her. she wasn't feeling me.
Right.
So the only place I could be in her life
Yes, is her friend.
is a friend.
Yeah.
To stay
Only
in
way
it.
we could be friends is if watch this. You married.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You married. I'm not gonna cross your marriage line.
Because that's the
So
boundary.
now we friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
We only way we can be friends is if you gay.
Yeah. Come on. That's
You
true.
gotta be on that other one.
You
Right
gotta be
there.
on that other one.
Yeah, you got-
You don't like. So now this is not Bible. It's just my perspective.
Right,
Just
I agree.
right.
Wholeheartedly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so I don't think, because I think at some moment, if I am hanging out with you 24/7,
Exactly.
like you just said, Lexus,
Yeah.
we kicking it, we cool.
Too much
There's no
access.
way in the world I am not going to want more like you.
Yep.
Now watch this here. I want to piggy off something you said. If today your best friend, the one that you, the one you said you liked her in the beginning, if she said, "Hey, I wanna hook up,"
Nah.
why?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
Why though? Because
Yeah.
here's my thing.
That's too many years of-
y'all are
Yeah, because it's like family to me
Yeah.
now.
Oh, now
So
she
I'm
more
really-
like a sister.
Yeah, so she's more like a sister. So
Okay.
I'm really not just at the interest level for me is not there.
But that's the only reason why.
Yeah,
But that's
Yeah.
Well,
But that's the reason
it's
why.
But I'm think about it. It's got to
gotta
be a
be.
level of interest there. If I'm across the line, I'm never going to cross the line if the interest is not there. But if it's there,
Yeah.
as a man,
Right.
and
It
we and
used
her
to be
close,
there.
yeah, she gonna know. She knew back then,
Yeah.
Right.
You know. But at the same time, we had that understanding that hey, this is not.
And
going
I
to
guess
happen.
to my point, that's why
Yeah.
you wouldn't do it now, because y'all agreed
Yeah.
back then like this
Well,
would never
I mean,
work.
the interest is not there. For
Yeah,
me.
it's
so
just-
I wouldn't.
it
you know what I'm
burnt
saying?
out the
yeah,
fire.
it's like
there for her.
Yeah.
well, you
so
gotta-
then you
it
just
take
flip
two.
flop.
It takes
See
two.
what I'm
Flip flop.
saying?
Yeah, it takes two. I mean, you know, if you're not just like you, if you're not attracted to somebody and you done put him in the friend zone, I don't care what he does. You're not
Yeah.
gonna let him in.
Let me hit that right quick
Yeah.
now. Let's go. Being friend zoned.
Friend zone it.
Ooh, y'all cruel. with
Being
that.
friend zoned. Are we for it? Are we against it? We reverse on that thing?
I
Or is it
don't
neutral?
have no more room for friends.
And what does
No
that really
friend
mean?
zone.
You know, because we
I don't want no new friend. I don't want no new friend.
I
No,
think
no,
we throw
no.
that word friend around so
Yeah.
lightly, and you know, when the Bible talks about a real friend, they stick closer to a brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we be calling these men and some of these women our friends,
Yeah.
they ain't really
They're
a
not
friend
really-
that's gonna stick
Yeah.
She
to me that close.
She getting
Yeah.
glow.
Friend zone
Yeah,
mean
I
you
know.
don't want to. You don't want to talk. There's no interest
I
there.
know
You
what
don't
you're
want
talking
to
about.
talk
I'm trying
to
not to
him.
go there.
But
Yeah.
and that's exactly before we even go. Let me find out. Y'all for it or y'all for it?
A friend zone.
Friend zone.
Friends,
I mean, I'm
for
neutral
the
on that.
I'm for the friend zone.
You for the friend zone?
I'm for the friend zone because
Yeah.
that's where I'm about to put you, sir.
She want to put him in the friend zone, right?
I think the friend zone is a cool.
How many people in y'all
Again,
friend zone?
hold on. Let me just say this,
'Cause
and
what
this
was
gonna
that?
sound bad.
10
and this
people?
We gotta
coming-
start in
friend?
5. No, I'm
No,
just
Yeah.
no. This is coming from the bishop, and I know it's gonna sound bad, but y'all know how I roll. Okay, listen. I think friend zones are good when you haven't, made any commitments anywhere else, because they may fall into. We talked about the starting 5 last couple times ago. They could possibly fall into the starting 5, and they could just be somebody cool to kick it with in the meantime, in between time. What's wrong with the friend zone?
what she's saying for us, the friend zone means
We kicks it.
Y'all don't. Y'all
you could possibly be in the starting
might.
5 at some point. So
Nah.
I'm putting you over in the friend zone because I don't know yet.
You might.
I don't
That's
believe
what. So
it.
you ain't really my friend. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't believe it.
Point going,
I don't believe it.
I don't know today.
What show?
I'm just
So,
not.
The
so,
time
so what you
show
telling me
came.
is that you all's friend zone is like a player on the bench?
Yeah, possible.
For me.
They not in the game. They on the bench.
Yeah, they on the bench. They
possible,
sitting.
real
They,
possible.
they,
We playing Spain.
they warming up. They
One
warming
and
up.
possible.
Warming up, and you may make it into
You
the game.
may make it on the team.
Let me ask you this here. Have either one of you ladies ever been friend zoned? Have you ever liked a guy and the guy had you in the friend zone?
No.
I can't even think of a time like
And
that.
this is why I don't believe men
Yeah.
and women can be friends. See,
I agree with you.
already it's lopsided.
Yeah.
So
They lopsided over there.
no. Listen what
And
I'm
if
saying.
they did, I didn't know. Or okay, well maybe.
What
okay,
guy have
I'll
you
say-
liked that he played
That
you
they
to the
turned-
left?
yeah,
Is
said
it
we
one?
just-
What you talking about? You
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah, we just
either,
cool.
Either he liked you or he gave you the Heisman.
Come
Which
on,
one?
man.
You know what? But this is where it get real confusing because
How?
they say that we just friends and they put you in the friend zone, but then they be want to do or
other
have done
things.
stuff with you, but you
Oh,
just
they
my
still
friend.
men.
So what is that?
Is that-
Is that really?
Hold on.
Am I
They
really in
still
a friend
men. They
zone?
still-
Hold on.
You
They-
see what I'm saying? label.
They
But
still wanna enjoy
they'll
the
tell
fruit.
everybody. They'll tell all of them, oh, that's my girl.
They
We
ain't putting
friends.
no label.
They put no
Rather, they
label
ain't put no
on. Friends
label
with
in.
benefits, friend zone, all that stuff.
All that
You
stuff.
know,
but
come
see,
on.
hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's stay on task.
Okay.
Friends with benefits
It's different
is different
than the friend zone.
than the friend zone.
Right.
What a friend zone is when one person likes the other person.
Right.
And the person that is, the one that they like, they don't like them that way.
Yeah, I
So
know.
what they do is put them in a friend zone.
Right.
So watch this. So there are many women that I know. You have men in the friend zone. He coming over, fixing your appliances,
Right.
coming over, putting bunk beds together.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
listen,
right.
you know he
Yeah.
like. Watch this.
Yeah.
You know he like you.
Yeah.
But your whole thing, you juicing him and you juicing him and you
Not
juicing.
juicing,
No,
because I never asked you to. Now, if you offered, I'm not gonna deny, bro.
What you mean? You never listen. If a man like you, bottom line, if he like you,
Right.
and you know he like you, you know hey, I want to go out, I want to hang out. He's made that obvious.
Okay.
And of course now he's gonna say, if you say something, ooh, my car been shaking, I don't know what's wrong with my car. And because he like you,
That he gonna do it for
gonna
you.
say, hey, let me take a look at it.
Yep.
He like you. He's trying to get in.
Yep.
But you got him friend zone. I don't see how you women
one.
don't think
One in
that
the possible.
you are being abusive.
Yeah.
To
They
this-
using it, Rick. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. They using
Because
it.
talking about, I ain't gonna ask him, but if he offer, he's
Yeah,
gonna
you
offer
using him.
because he likes you.
Yeah, that man is not even a mechanic. He trying to fix your car. You using it.
I asked my wife, I said, have you ever been friend zone? She said, what is friend zone? She didn't even know what friend zone was.
Right.
And then when I explained it to her, she said, oh, no. And I was telling her, see, men have.
Yeah.
We have been friend zone. And so what makes you think I want to be your friend when I don't even like the zone you got me in?
Yeah.
Which goes back to your point and why I agree that I don't think men and women can be friends
I ain't
because
come up
somebody
here
always
fixing
has
nothing.
some kind of agenda or some intent.
You out of line.
Yeah.
Cause
Out of line? Well, hold on.
No,
I mean,
listen.
come on now. That's a little rough.
No, it's not rough.
If he fixing your sink,
Listen, if the man fixing your
Yeah.
sink, he doing all the little things, and what he want, he's doing this because he want an opportunity,
Yes.
V, to date
Yeah.
you.
Okay, but Wiley, do I know that? Has he expressed that to me?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
So you
Because
think
your friends ain't never- they
they
never-
think
No,
just
no,
by
no.
their actions they're telling me, and they haven't actually told me.
Open your
Oh,
mouth,
no,
'cause
that's a
half of
different
them
kind of guy.
No, first of all,
will do
he-
that.
Yeah.
Half of them, Reverend, half of them would do that.
They different.
And do all of this. Because, again, we talk about this, what we done dealt with.
Yeah.
A lot of them will buy the stuff,
Right.
fix to this, and think you supposed to magically know that they sending you some kind of smoke signal in the nighttime that they want to be in the ship
Man,
with
let me tell you something.
I don't know nothing about what
I
you're talking
can't
about. We
stand when
friends.
smart girls elect to be dumb.
Yeah, because they
Please, I
she
cannot-
know she ain't doing all this for nothing.
So watch it. So you mean to tell me I just went out in Houston and randomly,
Yeah.
who do I want to be a blessing to?
Today.
And I just picked you
Yeah.
and start doing all these nice, kind
Man.
acts for
all
you.
of them. Say it. All of them.
If I'm a single woman and I can't fix something on my
Yes,
car or
that's
something
not
on my
you
sink,
being
like,
nice.
and he offers,
But
like, I'm
all the
supposed to
time,
turn it
though.
down.
But he's doing a lot of stuff.
Hold on, watch this, V, because
It's-
they think they got me. They think they got me.
It's- I'm
just saying.
But what you're not gonna do is get me.
Okay.
Watch this here.
They
Watch
really
how-
trying to play crazy.
Watch how I dry this. First of all, Alexis,
Yes,
if
sir.
a man does anything,
That's so sad.
Yeah.
I mean anything,
That's
watch this here.
so
This ain't it.
A man that's not your daddy.
Number one.
Let me be clear. Cause your daddy, he might just
Yeah.
see your car. Oh, baby, you ain't got no meat on the tire.
Yeah.
Daddy looking out for you. Anybody outside your daddy, that's
Talk,
your
sir.
pastor.
Talk, sir.
That's a pimp. That's a pope.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the UPS man.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the cashier at the Sprint store.
They're delivering, baby.
Any other male that's not your daddy.
Yep.
When they do stuff for you, they are not just doing it out of the goodness
Yeah.
of their heart.
Yeah.
And this don't mean that they doing anything bad.
No.
Or that their heart not good. But it's all about, hey, I am trying to get in. I'm trying to show you, hey, I am valuable.
Right.
What do y'all miss with this here? You think I want to be hanging curtains? I don't hang curtains for a living.
You know what? All I gotta do is accept what you're saying, because basically what you're saying is that a man always has an intent or a purpose.
Or a
He just
motive.
doesn't do things just to be doing
Right.
it.
Talk to him, V.
But you got to think about it. Let's go back to the Bible.
Okay.
Boaz this is his money.
This is his money.
That he's telling them to leave grain behind for her. That's his money.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's just not throwing his money out there for no reason.
You just ain't making it rain.
No, he's not coming to your house just to fix something for no reason. He don't just want a chicken dinner.
Yeah. You think
He won't put his feet at your
So
table.
what am I supposed to do? Just walk away from the situation? Okay, so because what if
I think you make it. I think you make it painfully obvious.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
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 Because watch this here. Now, listen.
So you gotta be.
man.
Oh,
No.
man.
See. I don't like when people always talk about somebody being mean.
Yeah.
We throw them words around a
yeah.
lot. Mean and nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. How about truthful?
Yeah.
Honest.
Right.
And correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
My Lord.
How about that? And so what tends to happen, but see, you all gave me a new dynamic because y'all was looking at friend zone like, hey, these are some reserves.
Right.
Some possible.
That hurt my heart. Rick.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That
I'm
hurt
sorry.
my heart.
Yeah.
And want to talk about how men are players.
Yeah, that hurt me, Reverend.
But no.
That ain't what the friend zone is.
My heart is
Okay,
broken.
So wait. Run it back.
Run
Dude,
it
if
back.
the point
Back up.
is that the man is trying to get in and we're telling you that the friend zone is a good zone to be in because you are possible, I don't see why that's a loss. So if you play your, you know what I'm saying? You play your cards right, you might end up on the team. What's the problem
No,
with that?
but that's not what I'm trying to say. That is not the right definition for friend zone. Friend zone is when someone they like you and you
And you
have
don't like them back,
you don't like them
period.
back. Your
Ain't no
thing
possible.
is,
Ain't no
you ain't gonna be
possible.
nothing
Yeah.
to me but a friend. And so what they will do to try to get out the zone is continue to work, continue to do stuff for you, trying to, hey, well, let's go out. Hey,
Yeah.
I got some tickets to this show. And you continue, instead of you saying, no,
Yeah.
you will go, okay.
Yeah. I
but
like him.
No.
Oh,
If
my
let-
God.
Let me say,
It's
I
a
do
different
agree
kind
with
of
you.
zone.
If it's somebody that I totally know is not a thing or not an option, no, I'm not giving no energy or airtime to that. No.
Okay.
All
Like
right.
at all. Like I'm
Yeah.
not responding. The man said it on the IG live the other day. I'm not responding to your DMs. I'm not responding to your RMs. I'm not responding. Like I may say, oh, you was beautiful. Oh, thank you. And that's my last.
Yeah.
That's it, because I have no area of interest there. So I'll shut it down in that way. But again, our friends are.
But we respond to people that may be a possibility. So for
Yeah.
us, that's how I know what you mean when you explain
Yeah.
friend
But
zone,
that's
but we
dating. Like,
You
Yeah.
call that dating.
that is dating. Like
Okay.
if you interested in the guy, if a guy may be something, he's not in a friend zone. He may be something. He's in the maybe something zone.
in a maybe.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
too many
Okay.
zones, but
It's a lot of zones.
It's a
They
lot
need a
of
possible
zones.
zone. That's what down there, yeah.
But I'm talking about
All things
being
possible.
Just not liking the person.
Yeah.
Somebody's not. I don't
Yeah.
like them, and not
Yeah.
that you hate them or you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
I'm not
you have
attracted
no
to you,
interest
there's
in
nothing.
Yeah.
any type
Right.
of relationship that's going over.
Yeah.
Just being friends.
Right. And I do agree with you. I don't think that that's safe to take anything from a person like that because,
Yeah.
again, too, y'all, we living in strange times. And I'm saying it's just happening now. It's been happening.
Yeah.
People are around here shoot you after a while.
yeah.
They done
Yeah.
been giving and sowing and
Yeah.
sowing in.
Don't
and
play
that
with his
just-
money.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
playing with their heart like that. So
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this: if I'm letting you fix something in my house and letting you come
In
into
my
my house,
house.
that means it's something about you that I like. So
Yeah.
we're not really. I mean,
So
I
that's
kind
her signal.
That's the possible zone.
That's her signal. Thank you. That's her
Yeah.
signal.
Yeah, so I really, when you say so, to your definition, if it's a guy that I don't like in no kind of way,
He's
you're
not
not even
coming
walking
nowhere.
across my threshold, and I will be like, when you try to go down the DMs, I'll be like, not interested, or I just don't reply. Like, we not even finna have a conversation.
Yeah.
Not interested.
So guys, be in y'all DMs.
Oh, yeah, go
Going
down,
down in the
DMs.
DM.
Down.
The DM is the new dating
Do
thing.
you be in DMs?
Man, I would go in the DM if I like somebody. What you talking about? If I do, I don't mind. Hey, they come in my DM. You don't knock on my door and I'm knock on yours. Yeah, I'm gonna reply.
You reciprocal.
Yeah, it's the new. We live in a social world. This is the new. This is the new way to introduce yourself to somebody.
Okay, yeah.
And like I said, if they respond, you know, if you may get some, you might get conversation, you know, out of that, and it may go somewhere. Yeah, but I still like the face to face. I still like to meet people, but
all right, let me.
Got to be in this new
forward,
age.
reverse against it, neutral on reuniting.
Oh Lord,
second time around, or do-overs. Reunited, and it feels so good. Second time around.
Right there, okay.
I know all the songs.
I see.
And I ain't got nothing for do-over, but yes,
He got nothing for.
I want to know, AV.
Man, listen.
Somebody that you once dated or once was in a relationship.
Can I say this? I for some strange reason, maybe it was heavenly divine. About a week ago, I called the ex, just check on because I'm cool with the parents. As a matter of fact, they like deacons and deaconess at the church. So I'm cool with the parents. So I called just check on it. Unbeknown to me, she's pregnant.
Wow. That's why you was thinking about it.
Yeah, and I said, well, man, that's why I needed to call. Yeah. She was pregnant, and she's pregnant by an ex that she's not with, and this was an ex that she went back to and found out that he was worse than the first time they dated. But the only problem this time was got a baby. So to me is, do you go back to an ex? My question is, what will it cost you?
Ooh, that'll preach.
Because it's gonna cost you something, bro. And so usually for me, if I go back to an ex, like it may be because I probably messed up, and I'm like, I need to go back and right this wrong.
Right this wrong.
But a lot of times we be like, no, you did me pretty bad. I'm not going back to that. So my thing is, what will it cost you, and why are you going back?
That's good.
Because it may be something unfulfilled that you're trying to go back to fulfill. So I personally, I think if it ended for a reason, I think you ought to let it go, because if not, you may be like my friend and come back with a little package.
Come back with something extra. And Alexis.
That relationship going another 18 years.
I'm like, AV, for me, is go ahead and park that. What the Bible talk about, Lot wife, we're talking about that. Don't look back, it's going to turn to a pillar of salt. It's a reason why it didn't work out. Learn the lessons that you learned from it, and keep facing forward. You know, if you see your old boo, you know, hey, how you doing? Hopefully you look better than what y'all look back a long time ago. Hopefully you got a glow up by then. But that reversal thing, like if you would ask me if I would remarry the same person I married before, no. Have we grown up and matured and both are different people and now are friends? Yes, absolutely. And I'm glad we could be at that place. But going back, no. Now there are stories of people getting remarried and all that kind of stuff. And it works out. But I think if you're gonna do that, like you said, what is it gonna cost you? That's something you really need to pray in the Holy Ghost about. And what are they gonna bring to the table that they didn't? Different. Yeah, that's different from the last time. I mean, really, like, let's really sort that thing out and count our costs. I don't know. Man, let's not go. Yeah, let's
be like,
not
what's
go
the
back.
deposit they're gonna leave this time? What will they leave this time?
Bishop.
Come on, Bishop.
No, I'm not for it. I'm not for it. I'm not for it. I'm not for it. I guess, you know what's weird? I told this the other day. I look now at my exes. And I look back and say, I don't know how I made it over, because you don't look like that's what you looked like when I was with you. So there's no reason ever for me to turn around, because you don't even look appealing no more.
I'm not even attracted to you no more.
So I'm trying to figure out, well, girl, what was wrong with your eyes? That you did they look like this? So then I go back to my pictures to check, make sure I ain't tripping. Did they look like this when you was with them? And they didn't. So now, you know, so I'm an
But you know how you be seeing the people back there, you be like, why did I even like them?
But you got to think about it though, that mindset at the time.
Yeah, that's true. It was
different. The difference. What was appealing to you at the time is not appealing to you today. What was attractive to you at the time is not attractive to you today.
What I needed
they used to be fine, but they not fine today.
It's not attractive to you no more.
They not fine no more.
Because you know the person.
Look like Father Time out here.
The package, the rapper, you saying no, I can't deal with it. I can't unwrap this.
I am just flabbergasted.
Why are you flabbergasted?
You three Christians right now.
We believe in the God
who are reverse on reuniting.
We believe in the God of a second chance.
Second times around.
He's
I'm
the
talking
God.
about where is the restoration?
He has restored him.
Where's the restoration when you
them for
And me
somebody
too.
else.
He's restoring my mind.
Oh my God.
Sometimes God tell you, don't be stupid the second time around.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't be.
But there are levels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you want to go church? You want to go Bible? Let's go there. Okay? You know what I'm saying? When I was a child,
Yeah, that
thought
thought
as a
process.
I spoke as a child, but when
Yeah.
I got old, I
put away.
childish things.
But
and some of them people might have been,
But the Lord said, "Behold, I'm doing something new." Look, you don't
I'm
put
doing a new
new
thing.
thing.
Better come
You
on and
don't
let
put
the word
old
flow.
wine skins into new wine skins. Now, look, this is the Bible.
Yeah, don't do that.
This book.
Don't do that.
Here's the thing. I'm looking for that new. You know what I'm
new
saying?
new.
I don't want that old stuff no
Yeah.
more. But Bishop, the other Bishop over here sitting across from me. What you got to say?
Yeah, because why are we going back, Bishop?
Because I don't know.
Well, so this is all I can say. And matter of fact, I get this key, and I'm gonna end with this.
I got the keys. I got the keys.
So, like I say, my wife is my only, real relationship I've been in.
Absolutely.
I tell the story a lot. We got separated after, I think, year 5, somewhere up in there. Yeah. Was it 5? Yeah, after 5.
That's that number of grace.
Come
baby.
on.
Yeah, well, it wasn't.
Yep. Great. Well, okay.
It wasn't graceful. We got separated. Threw all my clothes out and other stuff.
It's not Sister Wild.
Yeah, the praise team leader.
Yeah.
I can't
Praise
feel.
him,
Oh,
throw
no,
those out.
don't do
Yeah,
it.
top.
Did you put a little bleach in them?
Now, she ain't bleaching, but
Bleach
had
out.
them all in the hallway. Had white folk walking by looking at me strange.
Yes.
Let me get that.
Yeah. But anyway, but we end up separating, and boom, I'm went my way, she went her way, and we separated for about 6 months. And really, I was trying to get divorced. I don't think she wanted to get divorced, but she was starting to live her life or whatever. Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop. What ended up happening was, watch this, because I'm talking to Christians who ain't really up about restoration.
Come on. Yeah, coming for the
And
growth.
so,
It's coming for the
and
growth.
so what ended up happening, my career, it took off.
Yeah.
Right.
The career takes off now. And I did a big show. And like I say, the only person who could understand
How big it is.
how big this is for me right now
Yeah.
is my wife,
Right.
who I'm now separated from.
Yeah.
And, I ain't called. I was like, shoot.
So you're proud.
pride.
Yeah, pride.
Yeah,
all
pride.
that.
Wouldn't let it.
Yeah.
And so, but then I flew home. I was in Miami. I flew home. And then this is when the Lord spoke.
Come on.
Oh, look at
Listen
God.
to the Lord.
And the Lord shares with me, he says to me, so let me get this straight. You're getting ready to divorce this young lady who does a few things you don't like.
Right.
But I have not divorced you.
My God.
Yeah.
And you do a bunch of things
I don't like.
I don't like.
Come on.
real.
Wow. My God.
And then he goes, not only have I not divorced you,
Yeah.
I haven't exposed you.
Yeah.
He made it plain. Huh?
It's a
It was
word.
plain, Ralph.
Made
I don't
it
know
plain.
because I was in the air and I was
Yeah.
close to him.
Yeah.
It was clear.
But it was
Close to him.
clear.
Ooh.
Man, we land, and I remember, boom, I call up, I go by her apartment, and I tell her, hey,
That's a word.
we got to get back together.
That's a mighty
because
word.
God has spoken.
Yeah.
Let the church
Say amen.
Say amen.
say amen.
Yeah.
And
That's
so I just think because of that,
Yeah.
not only do I get my wife back,
Right.
but I got my friend back.
Yes.
I got my partner back,
Yeah.
my
Right.
business
Yeah.
partner back.
Yeah.
And now, at that time we didn't have any kids. We didn't have no family, but now we got 2 beautiful kids.
Yes.
All this type of stuff. And so I'm a fan
Right.
Going
Here
back.
you go.
of restoration.
Hold on.
Reverend, listen. So what you saying? If I'm hearing you right tonight in this place,
In this place.
that the married people need to go back.
Thank
so
you.
that
Thank
excludes
you.
me.
Thank you.
Because I've been
Excludes us
single
too.
all my life, Reverend.
Because
So
I was
I'm
going to
good.
point that out. I was going
I'm
to point
good.
that out.
I'm good, Reverend.
I was going to point that out,
No,
Amy.
I'm not saying the married people
Because
go
the
back.
difference is here with us and you guys is you, because it's a key word you use. You said
heard-
wife. She was still your wife. You was separated. Heck, I was separated
Right.
too in mine. But the difference is y'all had not yet hit that divorce paper. You ain't signed that the paper.
No, we
you see what I'm
hadn't.
saying? So there was still
They was being processed.
space for God's
Whatever.
grace. And he came, he touched you and he touched your heart and he said, "Nah, this is who
Right.
you're gonna be with."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when you sign the papers, you see,
Yeah.
and it been filed and all these
Oh, I know
things.
people that done went back
and
from
I
that
know
too.
that too. But I don't advise
But you
that.
don't advise.
I don't
She said she ain't
advise
doing
it.
it.
If I went all the way where we agreed that this is final, I'm good on that.
But I also think too, you all both were at the same place at the same time. Like she still had a heart that was open to receive you back. because it would have been different if you came back and she was like, no, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? Like that, y'all were on the same.
I would not have accepted it.
You would have stayed outside the door.
But again, you're a different caliber, bro. Yeah. Because again, you're not allowing your pride because you know what you want. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. There's another breed that will sit there and say, oh, my pride, I'm not gonna beg her, I'm not gonna da-da-da. If she just don't say yes when I come and I hit the door, then it's no. Even though their heart is telling them up. And then the fact that you yielded to what God, you submitted yourself to God, it makes it easy for this woman to submit to you. You're submitted to God. And a lot of people think they're submitted to God, but they're submitted to themselves. They are their own God.
Bishop coming out now.
I mean, this is real. And that makes a difference in a relationship. When you with somebody that's not submitted to God, you gonna feel that thing. There can't be reconciliation there because you're unequally yoked. And so that's what made that easy in that storyline, because that submission was there. It's easy for her to submit unto you. You submitted to God, bro.
And the very way that would have changed is had you not been obedient. You heard from God because you're a man of God, and you are obedient despite yourself and your own flesh. You see what I'm saying?
Ways.
And all your wicked ways.
Lord had a lot to work through on that plane ride.
I don't know nobody, and let's deal with that, Reverend. I don't know a man or woman in the Bible that God didn't use in an exceptional way that didn't have their faults. If we all were walking around, you know what I'm saying, perfect, what would be their need for God and for our Savior?
But you know what has to happen? We have to, and this is great with the designated driver, you have to have these ugly conversations. We don't, because we always, and I go back to what I said the first time we met up, was we always have this perfect picture. You know, marriage is going to be perfect, which is not. You know, the wedding's going to be perfect. You know, this the whole lifestyle of what we think life is all about without the work. You know, you're going to have, because we're sinful people, you're going to have to work through some sin. And a lot of people don't want to do that in relationships. You're going to have to work through some ugliness.
True.
And so we have to have these honest conversations that people can see that it's not always perfect. But like you said, if we're submitted to God, we can work through this. But if you're not, we're going to get a divorce.
It's going to be rough.
It's going to be tough.
So to be clear,
they ain't going back.
I'm off that. They're not going back. They're not going back.
Let me say this. Let me throw this caveat.
Unless God say so.
That's what I'm saying. If this is a situation where, if God say so, I'm not going to be disobedient to God.
Say it again, Lord.
Like I need you to.
Did you say it in Spanish?
Come down on the cloud and write it in the sand. I need all of that.
You need all them Gideon signs.
You need all of that just to make sure that I'm not moving again. And for me, in this space of my life, I'm no longer desiring to move out of Rebecca. If God ain't leading me and God ain't shifting me, I don't really want to.
Be clear. Can men and women be friends?
No.
Can men and women be friends?
I pray that they can, but I guess not.
Can men and women be friends?
Yes.
All right. I want to end by saying this here. If you think men and women can be friends,
don't you say that correct?
And if you have a friend of the opposite sex, tell that friend that you want to sleep with them. And let's see what your friends say. Thank you for riding with me. It's the designated driver. I'm Marcus D. Wiley. Come on, give me your handles. Let the folk follow you. Alexis, starting with you.
Instagram, the Alexis_fly. Get in my DMs.
You can follow me at Bishop_BEKAH like Rebecca in the Bible. Y'all wild.
And I don't
get in my DM.
And I don't care what you say, my friends ain't going nowhere, player. We down like 2 flat tires, baby. Follow me, Faith and Fame with AV. Faith and Fame with AV. You can look me up, AnthonyValerie.com as well. Appreciate you, man.
Man, appreciate y'all.
It's been fun.
We out.